Attention passionate Baltimore Ravens fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Baltimore Ravens' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Baltimore Ravens fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Baltimore, RAVENS fans. Let's get to the news. There's a buzz going around the AFC right now, and it's all about the potential blockbuster trade that could seriously shake up the landscape of the division, and more importantly, the Ravens' Super Bowl aspirations. Rumor has it that the Denver Broncos, sitting at 10-2 and riding high on an unexpected overperformance, are looking to shake things up by trading away one of their most valuable assets, Patrick Surtain. That's right, the All-Pro cornerback, a true lockdown specialist, could be on the move, and the Ravens are reportedly in the mix as a prime landing spot. Sources close to the AFC suggest that Denver, despite their impressive record, is feeling the pressure. Their defense, which has been surprisingly solid, might be facing some sustainability issues, especially with their cap situation sitting around $3 million. The Broncos are heavily focused on rebuilding their offense, particularly in extending key positions like quarterback and offensive line, which are critical for their long-term success. As a result, they're willing to part ways with Surtain, who's been a cornerstone in their secondary, in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 draft. This move would be reminiscent of the Rams' Ramsey trade back in 2019, which rejuvenated their defense and helped them push deep into the playoffs, even winning a Super Bowl shortly after. Now, let's talk about Surtain himself. This guy is an absolute elite at cornerback. We're talking about a player who's been recognized as an All-Pro in 2025 with stats that make any defensive coordinator drool. He's accumulated over 50 tackles, snagged 5 interceptions, broken up 12 passes, and boasts a PFF grade of 89. 2. His expected points added per target sits at -0.19, which is elite, and he's allowed just 30 yards after catch per reception. His coverage metrics are off the charts. Opposing quarterbacks have a completion percentage of only 51.8% when throwing his way, and he's been limited recently due to a pectoral strain. But even so, his impact is undeniable. Throughout his career, Surtain has been a game-changer, accumulating over 200 tackles, 15 interceptions, and 45 passes defended. His yards allowed per game are around 47, and he's consistently been targeted at a rate of roughly 9%. His air yards per target sit at 7.1, meaning he's effective at limiting the deep ball. Recently, he's been shutting down some of the league's best receivers. Against top-tier WRs, he's been a virtual shutdown corner, making him a potential game winner in the playoffs. From a strategic perspective, acquiring Surtain would be a massive boon for the Ravens. Their secondary has been solid, but needs depth and a true shutdown corner to elevate their coverage into an elite tier. With Surtain, the Ravens would project a plus 27% increase in passes defended, significantly reducing opponents' points per game on deep passes. He would fit perfectly into the scheme run by Mike McDonald, who's known for his aggressive, ball-hawking style. His presence would allow Baltimore to tighten up their coverage, especially against AFC North rivals like the Steelers and Bengals, where every turnover and stop counts even more in the playoff push. Now, let's look at the bigger picture. The Ravens' secondary has been a work in progress this season. They've allowed 293 points so far, which isn't terrible but leaves room for improvement, especially against the top offenses in the league. The team has a $12 million cap space, which they can use to absorb the costs of a high-caliber player like Surtain, and they're certainly motivated to do so. With the addition of such a lockdown corner, Baltimore's odds of making a deep playoff run skyrocket. Their Super Bowl odds have already improved from plus 1,800 to plus 800, and adding Surtain could make them serious contenders, particularly in a tough AFC where defenses often decide the outcome. It's worth noting that the Ravens' current secondary, while promising, needs a true game-changer to push them into the top 5 in the league. Surtain's presence would give them that extra edge, especially against top offenses in the AFC North and across the conference. His ability to cover Metcalf, for example, has been compared to a total shutdown, holding some of the league's most explosive receivers to minimal yardage. His knack for creating turnovers, he's been credited with 9 forced turnovers, adds even more value when considering the playoff landscape and the importance of those game-changing plays. The AFC North is a division where every game is a battle, and having a player like Certain could be the difference between a division title and a first-round exit. The Ravens, already with a solid core led by Lamar Jackson, are looking to capitalize on this window of opportunity. Adding Certain would not only bolster their defense, but also send a message to the rest of the league that Baltimore is serious about reclaiming their place at the top. This move could serve as a catalyst, a spark that transforms the Ravens into immediate Super Bowl contenders. Looking ahead, the stats support this move. Certain's impact in the playoffs could be enormous. His X-Factor status makes him a player to watch in the postseason, especially since his style of play is perfectly suited for high-stakes games. The secondary, which is currently in the top 10 in the league, would become a top 5 unit with him. That's huge when facing teams like the Steelers or Bengals, where limiting explosive plays is crucial. The Ravens are already playing well, but with Certain, they can elevate their game even further, making it harder for opponents to find gaps in coverage and forcing turnovers at critical moments. The rumors are swirling, and while nothing has been officially confirmed yet, the signs point to a very real possibility. The Broncos, despite their success, seem ready to move on from Certain to focus on their offense rebuild and manage their cap more effectively. For the Ravens, this could be a perfect storm, a chance to add a cornerstone piece that's still in his prime, and a player who can make an immediate impact on their Super Bowl chances. As the trade deadline approaches, fans should keep a close eye on developments because this could be one of the most significant moves of the season. In conclusion, Baltimore's pursuit of Patrick Certain II makes a ton of sense both strategically and financially. His ability to lock down top receivers, create turnovers, and elevate the entire secondary could be the catalyst that propels the Ravens into serious Super Bowl contention. The AFC landscape is shifting, and Baltimore needs to be at the forefront of that change. If this trade goes through, it's going to send shockwaves through the league and give the Ravens a real shot at finally getting that elusive Lombardi trophy again. The future looks bright, and Certain could be the missing piece that finally puts Baltimore over the top. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Baltimore Ravens news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now Baltimore Ravens fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Ravens. Do you think Certain is the perfect fit? Are you excited about this potential move? Remember, the offseason is full of surprises, and this could be one of the biggest. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for all the latest Baltimore Ravens news. Let's keep the passion alive and continue supporting our team through every twist and turn this season throws at us. We're in this together, and the best is yet to come.